So, is it worth getting a 4-post lift or a 2-post lift for your vehicle? Well, we're going to talk about that in a second. First, I'm going to show you guys my 4-post lift and show you, tell you all about it and stuff like that. So, all right, you guys, I did talk about it a little bit in my shop tour video. There's a few things I didn't explain in detail about it, I guess. Like I said, it is a 9,000 pound lift. It's a pretty good lift, actually, pretty nice. It does run off a 110 plug. That's pretty surprising for most people. But you can get these lifts that run off 110 or 220. I can run off 220 in here too if I need to, but this only required a 110. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about this 4-post lift. You have an option of getting air jacks you can put in the center here on the lift. I went ahead and purchased those air jacks. That way, if I pick up the car, I can lift the car up, and if I need to lift it up, if I need to lift the car up on the wheels, then I can do so while the car's up in the air. So that's what's good about these air jacks here. So I got them on some 4-wheel dollies right now, and it's easy. I can put them back on and off the lift. I can just raise the lift up a little bit, slide these puppies right underneath, and lower the lift down, and then position them where I need them to be, and then raise the lift back up, and then get the dollies out from underneath, and then they're set. They're set in the center of the lift. So another cool feature on this lift is I got these casters here, and what you can do is you can pin them up here on the ends, right? You can pin them up right here. There's a hole down here. You pin them up, use these pins, and then on this side, it'll go in between these hooks on each side on all 4 posts. And you can lower the post down, and then the lift itself will raise up on those casters. So I can actually move this 4-post lift around this shop if I wanted to. I can actually put this lift on the other side over there if I need to, which I won't. This came with it. It's a, I guess it's a little tool shelf. You can put tools in while you're working on the car. And then over here you have to take your ramps on and off. Some of these 4-post lifts, actually, you can raise up the lift and they just stay there, on the lift itself. But this one, you got to take the ramps on and off before you lift up the lift. So got some came with about 3 oil drip trays you can put in the center. And then, but like I said, it's a nice little lift. But that's it. It's pretty simple. Nothing too complicated about it. On these, you just pretty much make sure the car is chalked on here. I always chalk the vehicle when I put it on here. So just chalk the vehicle. You put these little stops here on the end. Take these off, put them on the ends. And all you gotta do is come over here. Make sure your lift's plugged in or you're fucked. Just press this button and on the way you go. It lifts right up. And you got different stops you can stop at. This lift goes up pretty far. you know, I can get the car pretty much hitting the ceiling if I wanted to, but I won't do that. All right, you guys, we're gonna talk about, is it a good investment to buy a lift of any kind, right? There's a couple reasons why I say yes, and there's reasons why I say no, okay? The reasons why I say yes, it's a good investment to buy a lift is if you have multiple vehicles, right? You're always working on them for some reason, you know? If you have the room, you know? If you have the room, then you won't, you know, it's good, you're good, you know? Especially if you're an older guy like me and you don't want to have to lay underneath the damn car, put fucking jack stands underneath of it and hope the damn car don't fall on your ass, you know? So, but that's another good investment, safety. It's very nice to have a lift for safety reasons, you know? So now the reasons why I say no, it wouldn't be a good investment is, say you only had one car and you don't ever work on your cars, you know, or you don't have the room, right? Because you don't want to go spending thousands of dollars on a lift and you don't use it but once every month or two, you know. It's just not worth the investment, you know, especially if you don't have the room for it too, you know, and you don't do a lot of work underneath your car, or, you know, if you're a young guy, you don't give a shit. You know, you just put that bitch on jack stands and just get right underneath of it, you know. So, but that's, you know, there's a lot of, everybody will have their own reasons for getting a lift. So, but as you can see, I have a lot of cars. I have these 4, and then I have 4 other ones. I have 8 vehicles total. So, and I'm always working on them, doing something. And that's another thing that's a good investment. The reason why a 4-post lift would be a good investment is if you're always doing a lot of modifications on your vehicles. Us Mustang guys, muscle car guys, we're always doing mods on our vehicles, or always replacing parts, or we're always trying to make the car nice. That would be a good reason why to get a lift. Because like, we're always working on these Fox bodies, you know, all of us guys that have these cars. That's a good investment because we're always working on these cars. We're always doing modifications. We're always trying to make them nice, you see. So, but you know, that's the good and the bad. You know, that's my reasonings to have, you know, if it's a good investment or not, you know. But usually, you know, you don't see a lot of people that will have a lift, you know, at their house. I'm even thinking about getting another one, like a 2-post on this other side, but then I couldn't park all these cars like I do in here, you know. It wouldn't be optimal for me. Then I could put it right here, you know, just line them up. You know, I can leave this one here and then put another one right here. So, I mean, I'm thinking about doing that. We'll see. But I'm good with the 4-post lift, you know. I can lift the car up and then lift it again with the air jacks while it's on the lift. So, but that's it, you guys. That is my answer to, is it a good investment or not to get a lift of any kind for any vehicle. But me, I like my Fox bodies, and I'm working on them all the time, so it's a good investment for me. You know, you spend your $3,000 to $6,000 on a lift. You know, this one here cost me about around $5,000. So $5,000 for this lift. That's for the lift, the air jacks, and everything. So, but that's it, you guys. And hope you guys enjoyed the video. You know, I'd let you check out my 4-post lift and tell you the reasons why it would be a good investment or wouldn't be a good investment to get a lift. We'll see you on the next video.